happens when you flip your head upside down for a long time? You probably will feel your face getting warmer and more red. Why does this happen? It's just blood rushing to your head because of gravity. But where did this blood come from? Welcome to the circulatory system. When you exercise and feel your heart pumping in your chest, that's your circulatory system working. The circulatory system acts as a transport system for cells in the body. It transports nutrients, hormones, and gases through the bloodstream. Not only that, but the circulatory system helps get rid of wastes and also maintains your body temperature by distributing heat throughout your body. The circulatory system is actually made up of two different organ systems, the cardiovascular system and the lymphatic system. The cardiovascular system delivers nutrients and oxygen to cells by pumping blood through the passageways spread all over the body. The lymphatic system helps filter and return the fluids and nutrients collected back into the bloodstream. So, what makes this all happen? The circulatory system is made up of many parts, so we'll start with the ones in the cardiovascular system. Blood vessels. Blood vessels keep the blood flowing in one direction, whether it's to the heart or away from the heart. There are three types of blood vessels: veins, arteries, and capillaries. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart to the rest of the body and are represented by the red color. Veins carry oxygen-depleted blood from the body to the lungs and are represented by the blue color. Arteries and veins both branch out into capillaries, which allow the exchange of nutrients in the body. Heart. The heart is the center of the circulatory system and is the muscular organ that consistently pumps blood and keeps the system moving 24/7. The path that it pumps blood can be described in two types of pathways: pulmonary circulation, the path that carries oxygen-depleted blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart, and systemic circulation, the path that takes oxygen-filled blood away from the heart to all the other body tissues through the arteries. Blood. Blood is composed of plasma and other elements such as red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. It is the carrier of nutrients, hormones, oxygen, and antibodies, and other essential things that the body needs. Lymph nodes. Moving into the lymphatic system, lymph nodes are small bean-shaped glands where lymph, a fluid that comes from white blood cells, is filtered. Lymph nodes are also where lymphocytes, special white blood cells, are formed and stored. Lymph nodes are found all over the body. Lymph. As stated earlier, lymph is a fluid made of white blood cells. It collects unwanted debris and bacteria and exits the lymphatic system at capillary beds and goes into the bloodstream. Lymph is not pumped, but is moved by the movement of skeletal muscles nearby. Lymph vessels. Lymph vessels are tiny valves that transport lymph away from tissues and into lymph nodes. Think of them as blood vessels, but they carry lymph instead. One medical condition that affects the circulatory system is the coronary heart disease. This happens when coronary arteries, which supply oxygen to the heart, stiffen and narrow because of a buildup of plaque, a fatty substance. Coronary heart disease can result in a heart attack or stroke if not treated. The immune system. If you're not sick right now, take a moment to thank your immune system for keeping your body healthy and free of viruses. The immune system recognizes and attacks foreign substances that are threatening to your health, such as bacteria, viruses, and pathogens. The immune system is like the defense system of the body. The immune system is made up of organs, tissues, and white blood cells found throughout the body. Bone marrow. The bone marrow is found inside your bones and is a spongy, flexible tissue. It helps produce lymphocytes. Remember that lymphocytes are a special type of white blood cell that helps defend against pathogens. It also produces red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, which are essential for blood clotting. Thymus. The thymus is a gland right above the heart that helps produce a special kind of lymphocyte called T cells. It also helps protect against autoimmunity, where your immune system attacks your own body. Spleen. The spleen, located just left of the stomach, helps clean and filter the blood that passes through. It also recycles old red blood cells, stores platelets and white blood cells, and helps fight bacteria by releasing their white blood cells when needed. Adenoids and tonsils. The adenoids and tonsils serve the same function, to trap bacteria and pathogens. Since the adenoids are located closer to your nose, they trap the bacteria that enters when you breathe. Tonsils are located inside your mouth and trap the bacteria there. If you open your mouth wide enough in front of the mirror, you can see them. Lymph nodes. Appearing once again in the immune system, lymph nodes contain lymphocytes. They also collect and trap pathogens from lymph. A medical condition linked with the immune system is the human immunodeficiency virus, also known as HIV. This happens when the virus attacks and uses lymphocytes like CD4 and T cells to replicate and make more copies of the virus, also while destroying the lymphocytes in return. Over time, if the virus destroys enough cells by traveling through the circulatory system, it disables the body from fighting back other viruses, diseases, and pathogens, which leads to syndromes like AIDS. Viruses like these are permanent and will affect a person for the rest of their life. So, how do these two systems work together? If you haven't noticed already, part of the circulatory system, specifically the lymphatic system, also is in the immune system, making the circulatory and the immune system literally connected. This shows that the circulatory system is a major pathway for the immune system. How does this affect us? The connection between the circulatory and immune systems is usually beneficial, but at times it can also be harmful. The example of HIV proves harmful, as the virus can use the interconnectedness of the two systems to spread itself. Another example would be any autoimmune disease, where the immune system fails to differentiate the difference between pathogens in itself, so it attacks and destroys its own cells and tissues. On the flip side, cells of the immune system can attack pathogens all over the body, preventing you from getting sick. So, every time you get sick or exercise, now you know what's going on inside your body. Thanks for watching!